Oh, we're live. Live, live, live. Yes, we're live. Yes, we're live. Yes, we're live. Okay, that's not bad. We'll go with that. We'll roll with that. Hey folks, Jerome Portsmouth here. We are down over here in just outside of the Arbutus Ridge. So yeah, here we are, just on the other side of the Dunbar Southland. Yeah, so let's cross on over. We're on 41st, near 41st and Mackenzie, and let's cross on over Mackenzie Street and let's head on into the Arbutus Ridge, because today's neighborhood checkup is the Arbutus Ridge. Okay, if you want to read up on the Arbutus Ridge, you can read up in the description. Put a little bit of information in there for you too. Okay? So anyways, folks, without any more delays, let's get up and let's go. Okay? Good to see you. Darling, good to see you. Yeah, we're over here. Just outside of the Arbutus Ridge. Okay, let's go. And here we are, coming up to our intersection here for our neighborhood checkup. Sebastian, good to see you. Yeah, we're doing a neighborhood checkup in the Arbutus Ridge neighborhood today. So this is the intersection of Mackenzie and 41st Avenue. We're gonna cross the street in just a moment. Just gotta be patient. That's all you gotta be. Awesome, let's cross the street. Okay. And now that we've crossed the street, even though it says Kerrisdale on the sign right there, we are actually in the Arbutus Ridge neighborhood now. Whoa. Yep, we are in the Arbutus Ridge neighborhood. Believe it or not, according to Google Maps. And then Kerrisdale is further south. So, yeah. And also the little intersection up ahead that has a whole bunch of shops and stores on it. Anyways, let's head up Mackenzie now, and we're gonna head on up and we're gonna see what's over here in the Arbutus Ridge. It is mainly, so we're going up Mackenzie right now. This is Mackenzie Street we're on. This is mainly a residential neighborhood, but it has lots of interesting parks, lots of turning corners. It even has a popular lookout place. And then, of course, we're going to go up to the top, and then we're going to work our way back down to Kerrisdale. So we'll finish off when there's plenty of people. Drabble, good to see you. Yeah, we're in the Arbutus Ridge today. How often do you come to the Arbutus Ridge? Probably never unless you live here. So this is our neighborhood checkup today. Where we check out the neighborhoods and see what's going on. Okay. Alan, good to see you too. Nice to have you on the street. We have these like houses here that in Ontario would not be multi-million dollars, but they are multi-million dollars here. Just multi-million dollars. A lot of these homes are like $4,000 or $4 million. That's ridiculous. These homes are not worth $4 million. I was looking up real estate prices, like the low end was like close to 2 million, like 95, 1 million, 95,000, 100,000, something like that. Yeah, these are not This is a home that should cost that much. But they do. But they do. So you can see this is not your poor neighborhood in any way, shape, or form. This is your rich, bougie neighborhood. Or at least that's what the people down here would like to pretend. Looks like a pretty area. Enjoy, Jerome. Dream of having one, maybe. 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 Let's cross the street. I'm crossing West 39. I'm not criticizing anyone. I'm just telling it like it is. If I was down here being like, oh, this is like your middle class neighborhood. No. No, it is not. Not in any way, shape, or form. Looks like we'll be able to get to the Big Z Bakehouse just before they close their doors. A lot of the shops and restaurants over here closed like around 4. I was like, what? Some people are just coming home from work. How do you sustain a business model like that? Ken! Faith! Nice to see you. Yeah. We're doing a neighborhood checkup over here on the west side of Vancouver. We're in Arbutus Ridge neighborhood. That's where we are. Interesting. Interesting. This is the number 2 bus here. There's 2 ways that I could get down to that intersection at 41st and Mackenzie, okay, from the downtown. I was to either catch the number 2 bus here and ride it down here, or the same amount of time, I could just jump on the Canada Line SkyTrain and head down here too. There's an alleyway that we see when we're in these neighborhoods. A lot of these houses have alleyways on the back, and then they have their garages. Sometimes the garages even have homes here too. I was like, wow. So yeah, I took the Canada Line SkyTrain from the downtown down to Oak Ridge 41st Avenue station. And then from there, I took the R4 bus all the way over here. So it's not hard to get here, and it actually is fairly connected, which I find really interesting. Like the buses come at a greater frequency down on 31st Ave, even just the regular old buses, not just the express buses. Like every 10 minutes. I was trying to set up at a bus stop, and it was just like every 10 minutes something new would be coming. I'd have to get off because I'm the only one there. I was just like, what's going on here? Why is there more? Oh, affluent area. Okay, never mind. That's why there's more buses. Don't want to make them wait. You know, I've got these like little hedgerows here to like hide their homes from the sound and stuff like that. I'm just like, wow. Just wow. Some massive trees down here too. So this is 36th. We're going to 33rd. It's Mackenzie and 36th, and we're walking on Mackenzie Street right now. Nice street. It definitely is one of the major thoroughways here in the neighborhood. Let's double check that audio now, see how our audio is doing. So, here we are, strolling along. Sounds like the audio's doing okay. So, here we are. Yeah, the audio's doing fine. Sounds like the audio's doing okay. Good to see, good to hear. 35th. You can see how fast you can like transition from streets to streets to streets. Thanks, Faith. Alan's asking, is that close to the downtown? Absolutely not. We are on the west side, the southwest side. We are nowhere close to the downtown at all. We are technically below Greektown. So we are below Kitsilano. Yeah, and this is what the neighborhood checkup is for. Like really, to come to these areas and check out these areas, see what they look like, show you folks what they look like, because it's easy for me to like pop up my camera and just walk around all the nice retail areas, show you off all the nice stores and all that stuff. But like if we want to get into the nitty gritty of what Vancouver really is, well, you come out here to these areas too, because this part is Vancouver as well. That side's the Dunbar Southlands, and this side is the border of Arbutus Ridge. And I think our spot is right up ahead that we're heading on over to. It has a little cafe and bakery in the area. This is how we find like neat little restaurants and stuff like that too. Okay. It gives you a taste because not everyone gets to come down to these areas. And I guarantee you there's not a tourist that's coming down to this area unless they have family here or some kind of Airbnb. Even the rent down here is ridiculous. And that's because there's not a lot of places to rent. It's mainly homes. And wealthy homes. So we're staying off of that side today, but there is that nice place right across the street there. That's Butters, that's the cafe. Well, we're staying in the Arbutus Ridge side, which is on this side of okay. And up ahead where those tables and chairs are, there's supposed to be a bakery of some sort, so my route was always the 351 and the 152nd to White Rock. That is definitely an epic commute, Faith. That is definitely an epic commute. I had to take off my hat and tip it to you for that one. Wow, that's a trek. I see people do that every day though. Every day. So yeah. Or not see, I hear. Hear would be the better term. I see very often when we're riding different forms of transit, people heading on off the White Rock in the same group every day. Every day. Kudos to it. White Rock's a nice area to live in. Can't blame them. It's away from a lot of the troubles that are here. I think I can cross. I think they're looking at me wondering if I can cross. I was like waiting for lights that I was talking to you guys. That's my bad. So this is Mackenzie and 33rd here. Okay. And here's the Big Seed Bakehouse. Let's see if they're open or not. They look open. Let's see what's going on. We'll see if they let us in too. Justin, good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. Here's the hours right here. We'll keep the camera on us, okay guys? So we're not showing the camera around. We're gonna do like sandwiches and stuff here. Mm-hmm.
I can. Sometimes I understand French.
Oh, that's how they treat outsiders? Wow. Wow, guys. No service. No service in the Bixby Bakehouse. They did not want to serve anyone. No, and the person behind me just jumped right in front of the line. Yeah, so like this place gets a fail. They're not interested in supporting anyone right here. If you're not an insider, if you don't wow. Zero service. The minute I started saying stuff right in front of their door there, they got real scared and real shaky. I saw them like shaking their hands and stuff like that too. It's just like, guys, like, people are gonna walk in with screens. Yeah, I know. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to good now. Thanks, Faith. Hey, Matt, good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. I just went into a little cafe just to get a cold brew and got no service from the Bixby Bakehouse. They're supposed to be the warm and welcoming neighborhood bakery. Definitely not the thing. They just didn't want to serve anyone who they had never seen before. Wow. Wow. Anyways, let's keep going. We're exploring the Arbutus Ridge. I'll be showing you what this neighborhood looks like, how the people act on over here, all that type of stuff. I can only imagine a new family moves into this neighborhood, how they'd be welcomed here, seeing as how I was welcomed at the Bixby Bakehouse. They'd actually talk to people and treat them with respect, or like they treated me with zero respect. Okay, so we're gonna head up here. We're gonna cross the street first. This is 33rd and Trafalgar, and this is gonna take us over to the Arbutus Lookout Stairs. And it's going to take us approximately 4 minutes to get there. So let's head on over to the Arbutus Lookout Stairs and see what's going on. You did not fail. They'll be eating crow. You got an accurate depiction of the neighborhood. Yep. Hello, Jerome. Hope you're having a good day. Just joined. What happened? Hope you're okay. I'm absolutely okay. On the Arbutus Ridge. I walked into a cafe to try to order a cold brew coffee for $4 at the Big C Bakehouse, and they wouldn't serve me. They wouldn't even say anything to me beyond, oh yeah, you order there. So they just went to the back of the restaurant and hid back there. I was like, wow. Wow. Yeah. Was denied service at a cafe. Wow. Anyways, let's keep going on. This is your neighborhood checkup. This is how you find out things about different neighborhoods here in Vancouver. Look at this home. This is a gorgeous home. Wow. Yeah. Oh snap, did I miss that? Did they allow you? No, I wasn't even allowed to order. It wasn't because I was streaming. That's crazy. Well, they don't deserve your money. Hope they go out of business. We'll wait and we'll see. Let's keep moving on. But this is the thing, like, you know, this is why we do these neighborhood checkups, okay? Because, like I said, it's easy for me to walk around the downtown, okay? Or show you all these nice, interesting areas, stuff like that, all the tourist spots, all that type of stuff, okay? But, like, it's also important to come out here and show you these parts of Vancouver too, and how people treat each other over here in these parts of these neighborhoods. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it seems like my audio goes out right when I'm saying. This is why we do these checkups here. So I'm just gonna say it again. We do these checkups to see how the neighborhood is. Yeah, right when I'm talking about the neighborhood and how they treat you on over here in this neighborhood, the audio goes out. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. It's how they treat you over here. So interesting. Anyways, this is the Trafalgar Triangle Park here. Big green space on over here. Check out this green space right here. So this is the Trafalgar Triangle Park. Trafalgar Triangle Park right here. Epic. Epic. It's a sign. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do all the neighborhoods in Vancouver. Don't get me wrong. I will do all the neighborhoods in Vancouver. Okay, let's head back to Trafalgar Street, which is right up here. It's a sign. So true. Ah! Again, how often do you see Arbutus Ridge? Like, how often do you get to see it? Not very often. Oh, here we are, right here. Hoity-toity. Hoity-toity. Nonetheless, I agree. I agree. Let's keep going here. So this is what happens to Trafalgar right on over here. So Trafalgar Street ends, and we get a little bit of a pathway here. And then it'll hook up again. If it ain't tidy, it ain't mighty. I don't think it's a mighty neighborhood either. I think it's just a neighborhood. Yeah. Yeah, we're in the dead middle of Vancouver. That is so true. That is so true. I think in more than one way, though. So we're at the lookout point. Look at this view here, though. Look at this. This is epic. Wow. Check this out. Look at that view. Look at that. Whoa. Whoa. See, this is what you get to see when you're when you go to different parts of Vancouver. Whoa, Nick, good to see you. Nice to have you on the channel. Yeah, we just had an interesting experience. I'll let you roll back to find out. Wow, that is a view. What a view. What a view. Yeah, beautiful Vancouver. Okay. Let's keep going. Look at that right there. What a view. Yeah, lots of green. That's what Vancouver is, though. Like, you can really see from up here what parts of the neighborhood are like on over here. Hey Miller, hey, I'm going to miss these $1 million houses. I'm going to guess, yep, these are $1 million houses we're right next to. Yep, look at this. Look at that. $1 million houses. There's a beautiful tree here at one point in time too. I cut it down. Let's keep going. People wanted to come to the $1 million houses area. Well, that's where we are right now. Dick, you so miss the drama. You so miss the drama. You miss me getting snubbed for a cup of coffee. Couldn't even buy a cup of coffee. Okay, let's go this way. I'd rather keep the trees. Hey! There's nothing wrong with keeping the trees. So this is Puget right on over here. Okay. Emery Jones is like, what drama? You missed it. You want to see drama? You gotta come out and see the drama. Yellow Brick Road. I feel like this neighborhood is not very accessible by transit. No, not at all. Not at all. There is some transit that goes through the neighborhood. The number 2 comes through the neighborhood. Yeah, not a lot of transit. And the homes aren't anything like super spectacular either, to be honest with you here. A lot of them seem very old unless they were torn down and new ones were built. So, very, very interesting to see. Across the street here. Look, they got their block watch. Suspicious activities are reported to the police. Let's see if I can help the police get called on me. Sure. Just for walking around with the camera. Let's see if they'll do it. So we want to go up here actually. This neighborhood is not easy to find your way around. So we're heading up the Quincenna. And you can see some of the homes as they're heading on up here. A lot of them just look like elaborate cottages or chalets. And we found our street. Here we are. Quincenna Drive. Yeah, that's what I found out, Nick. I rewound the stream. Big Z is a Karen Cafe. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. So again, like, this gives you a flavor of the neighborhood and what's actually up here. Beautiful homes. Now, so welcome folks to our neighborhood checkup. A few other people have come on into the stream here. We're over in the neighborhood of Arbutus Ridge on over here. An interesting neighborhood. What a day, what a day. The strange part of that cuts out, I know. No. And when I started talking about it a little bit later, it cut out too. Interesting. So we're heading down to the Puget Drive Park. It's just a pretty much, yeah, it's really interesting. Basically, they pressed a button on the door of this white little box, and then all of a sudden I got a message on my phone saying transmission is being blocked. Okay, which is prison telling me to get out of there. And like, there's a very thin roof there, so that was very weird. Yeah, heading through the other part of the park here. This is an interesting park. Look at this. Doesn't look like much of a park, to be honest with you. So a pathway that runs on over here. We'll head on down the stairs. Brooke's making me laugh. Anyways, we're down here in McDonald Street now. Okay. I just laugh. Otherwise, yeah, so yeah, this is the whole point of the neighborhood checkups, just to see what a neighborhood's like, show you a little bit of what's available here, and give you a taste of its surroundings and everything like that too. Show you how people are treated in the neighborhood and stuff like that too. Let's keep going. We're over here on McDonald Street now. And we'll see what happens over here as we're walking through the neighborhood. I have been down here before, plenty of times. Again, we used to live over at UBC, so we come down to areas like the Arbutus Ridge here and go to places like on over here for the patty shops and stuff like that. So over here. Multiple 1-star reviews. Okay, fair enough. There's Oliver Court, or Oliver Crescent. Keep wandering here. Checking out the neighborhood. Tachia Bakery. Very interesting. Very interesting. It's pretty much your small little steamed bow place. So like you can't really pop in there and like eat something. Okay. Let's keep going. The patty shop's just down the street here. And seeing as it's 4:04, we should be well within time to get on over to get a drink over at the cafe next door. What's going on over here? You got a little bit of construction going on here. Is there a new shop going in, or are they tearing down some of these older shops? Looks like this whole slew of places is coming down. It's the old... Yeah. It's coming down. Looks like the Brick House Academy is coming here. According to the signs, we'll see if that's the truth or not. Here's Moki's Pizza right here. Buca Roma, that's an Italian restaurant. That's not going to open until later. Okay. And then there's a baked goods shops here, and right next to that is the patty shop. So let's go to the patty shop first.
Building? Be more specific, please.
See what we can grab. We'll keep the camera on me. So there you can come on in, you can get like a...
6 miles. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hi, I'm sending it for you 1 mile.
Sure. That'd be 350.
Yeah, so they got a whole bunch of different types of patties on over here for you. Okay, they specialize in patties here. Okay, they got mild beef, they got hot beef, they got curry beef, they got vegetable, they got spinach, and they got chicken.
Oh, I have it. It should though.
Mm-hmm.
Just needs us to unlock. Yeah, true.
Yeah, hot beef patties. Mm-hmm. They don't get those very often here in Vancouver. So when I'm in the neighborhood, you know I'm stopping by. Hey, can I get 2 hot beef patties?
Sure.
Thank you.
6.
Awesome. I got cash if that's easier.
Yeah, that's good.
There you go. Cash is king, guys. Cash is king.
Not always. Some people don't accept cash.
That's true. You got a good point there.
Crazy, but it's true.
Mm-hmm. There's someone behind me, so I'm going to turn the camera this way. Okay. There we go. That's how it works. There's the menu right there for you too, so you can see it. That's all they do. Thank you very much. You too. Got me some patties. Now I need me a coffee. Coffee. See if we can get a coffee. Oh, I don't mind her chirping in. That's totally cool. Yeah, these are not Jamaican style. Okay? So we're coming into baked goods here. This is what this place is called. Okay? Hey, how's it going? Can I grab a large cappuccino when you're ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little busy, guys. I think I need to wait a minute or two. Okay. And I'm gonna tip the camera up like this so that it's off of the customers and just on me. So that's what you've got right now. You got the corner of the building in my face. Ah. I love this little intersection. Okay. Just pulling up the intersection for you, where we're at. Okay, so McDonald and 24th is where we're at right now. Yeah, I used to have to come down here to go to the ICBC back in the day. When I was getting my license and stuff like that, yeah. So we just gotta wait. Yeah, we just gotta wait, guys. You gotta be patient. Hey, can I get a cappuccino?
A cappuccino?
Yeah, just a large cappuccino.
It's for you to go?
To go.
To go? Okay, and a large one or?
Large one.
Large one.
Thank you. It's our turn now, guys. We waited patiently.
That's everything for you?
Yeah, that's everything. Thank you. There we go. Okay. I'm just gonna wait. Okay, it's not gonna take long, but it's gonna take a little bit of time. Okay. While we're doing that, let's see where the next local park is. On over here. So there's Trafalgar. Yeah, we're over here right now. Okay. Where are we specifically? We just came from the patty shop. We're at Montgarnet Bakery Shop, which is right next door. I also put the addresses in the chat for you, just so you know where we were. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing too bad. We're doing pretty good. So it's a nice little neighborhood to come down to. Or at least I thought. Some places are nice, some places are not as nice. So we're kind of working our way north through this side of the neighborhood, and then we're working our way south through the other side of the neighborhood. Back down to Kerrisdale eventually. Yeah, just kind of showing you guys what's in the neighborhood, what's available here, all that type of stuff. just so that you can see it and see how it is. It's almost ready. Just pouring it in the cup. I don't want to rush anything. We've got like jazz music playing here. This is like epic. Thank you.
Oh, nice name. I like it. It's a
Putting the lid on.
Oh yeah,
Julien, yeah, still that.
Okay, let's head on out.
Yes, okay, good.
There we are. We are out. We're out and about. Let's head up to the park. Okay. We're going to Trafalgar Park. Trafalgar Park. So this is McDonald Street here. We're just waiting to cross the street. Okay, it gets interesting over here. You do need to watch yourself. The drivers are not the greatest. It is Vancouver after all. So we're just walking to the next block that's on over here. That's the laneway first, and then the block is next. So welcome to those folks that just came on to the stream. We are on our neighborhood checkup here in the Arbutus Ridge neighborhood today. This is the day when we come to different neighborhoods here in Vancouver. Some of them are exciting, some of them are not exciting. And we check out the neighborhood and check up on it, see how it is. See how some of the different shops and stores, you know, provide service to people and stuff like that. And see what's going on. See, you know, let's check it out, see what some of the homes look like, all that type of stuff. And check out some of the local parks too. So welcome. We have just turned on to West 23rd. Wow, look at those flowers. That's beautiful. Now we're over here in the neighborhood. That cappuccino's nice, but it's not super strong. This is probably what we want. It doesn't have a lot of flavor to it, that's what I'm saying. No worries, MK. The signals can get a little iffy, and that's another thing that you check out when you're in this neighborhood. If you see a neighborhood on over here and it's got like a wonky cell phone signal, okay, that's another thing that help you out. Sometimes people will watch the neighborhood checkups just to see if it's a neighborhood that they truly want to move to. Beautiful, beautiful homes. Yeah. Again, like in this neighborhood here, there's not a lot of oh wow. Trafalgar Park. There's this giant playground for the kids on over here. That's awesome. You won't be able to see any kids from here, so no harm, no foul. There's like a school over here too. This park is huge. Huge. Wow. Let's see what's on the other side of this field house here. It's an old pool out there. They no longer use those little pools. They don't fill them up anymore. Beautiful, beautiful park though. Here's some of the homes on the other side here. Again, these are multi-million-dollar homes, guys. These are not cheap homes in any way, shape, or form. So you are seeing a lot of these homes will range around the $4 million mark. Some of the smaller ones, 2.5, that type of thing. This is the field house over here at Trafalgar Park. Here's part of the park right here. Look at this. Look at this beautiful, big, beautiful place. Look at this beautiful field right here. It's huge. This is absolutely huge. Let's head on over here. We'll sit down. They got like a batting cage here. Look at that. That's a batting cage. Right back there. They got someone professionally grooming the field right now too. Let's eat some fatties. Hey, it's a neighborhood checkup. We gotta check out different neighborhoods. We gotta see what's going on. We're not just gonna stick in the downtown. That would be too easy. It also, like, how often do you get to see this area? How often do you actually come out here to this area? You know? That type of thing too. So you get to see the neighborhood, and you get to see different parts of the neighborhood too. Not just like, you know, everything that everyone else shows. So yeah, we're in Trafalgar Park right now. We're gonna try some beef Jamaican patties. Yeah, no problem. That's the whole point. Once a week we do a neighborhood checkup. We check out different neighborhoods. So this is their Jamaican patties. It's not authentic Jamaican patties. They're using the ingredients that they can find here. A lot of the ingredients outside of, you know, what's going to go into the meat filling are a little more difficult to come by, especially when you talk to other people that strive to try to make the authentic ones over here. Okay? Like Elbows over in East over in the Grandview Woodland neighborhood, over by the drive. So Elbows tries to do like a real authentic Jamaican patty, but like sourcing the stuff that makes the yellow dough really difficult sometimes. So let's try this one. This is from over here from the patty shop. Nice light flaky pastry. And the meat filling inside is pretty decent. I haven't got enough of the meat filling in my mouth yet to give you a judgment on it. Okay, so give me another bite. Nice. Really carrying some good beefy flavor in there. And there's lots of pepper in there. Okay. I could use a little bit more tamarind. There is some spice in there too. So when they say hot, that's hot. It's not super hot though. No problem, MK. This is a nice park to hang out in, guys. Like, wow. It actually pretty is. It's pretty nice. Want one more. Just keeping an eye out, just in case, like, there's like kids Little League or something like that. We're gonna get out of here, okay? If it pops up all of a sudden. We're not gonna stick around. I'm just here to sit down, eat some patties, and then continue. Now, so they're using more like just a regular average pastry here instead of the authentic Jamaican patty pastry. But other than that, it's a Jamaican patty all around. Well, when you're this far away from the Caribbean, you're not necessarily going to always be able to find all the nice, easy ingredients they come and bring. And we'll finish up this, and then we're going to keep going. So welcome, folks. We're in Trafalgar Park right now. And a few other people have joined us. This is our neighborhood checkup. This is when we go to different neighborhoods and we check them out and see how the neighborhoods are. What's going on in the neighborhood? And check out the local parks, you know, see what the houses are, stop by some restaurants, okay? The first restaurant we went into, the Big C Bakehouse, okay? They would not talk to me at all. But then when we come down to McDonald and 23rd on over here and 24th, okay? We go to the little bakery cafe on over there and the patty shop down there too. And they're more than willing to serve us, you know. And treated me just like everyone else, and greatly appreciated. So different parts of the neighborhood will treat you differently. which is pretty interesting to see. I think we're gonna take off. There's some Little League people showing up right now. Okay, so we're gonna get out of here. Looks like people are showing up in uniforms and stuff. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful park on over here. Beautiful. Yeah. So we'll head up this way. Look at this baseball diamond. Just groomed to the tee here. And this part right here is just a big soccer field. Trafalgar Park, who would have thought? And yeah, guys, exploring the Arbutus Ridge, seeing what it has to offer us. Look at this right here, they got a cricket pitch too. So they probably have a decent amount of the spore groups that live in the area, enough to have a cricket pitch out here. And like a fully turf one too. Wow. Respect. Respect. That's a proper cricket pitch. I think I found a garbage can. So we'll head on over there. Dispose of some of our waste, and then we'll keep going. Yeah, when I looked online, Google said that a lot of people choose to live here because of the good schools that are in the neighborhood and all this stuff. But really, like, if you can't afford pay like $3,000 a month in rent for a 1-bedroom over here, or $4 million for a home, you ain't living here. It's that simple. Let's keep going. And if you're not living here, you're probably not going to be in and around this area either. Unless, of course, you're a service person or something like that. So you're really seeing right now live something that not a lot of people will see in their lifetime. They will not come down here. Why would you? Where do people go? They travel to Kitts Beach, that type of thing, okay? Come to Trafalgar Park in the Arbutus Ridge. This gives you another feeling for what the neighborhood looks like and what Vancouver looks like. It's almost like hidden Vancouver, but it's not really hidden, it's just not visited. See, this would be like a $2.2 million home. It's one of those older homes. It looks like one of the original wartime homes that are over here that they used to buy for like $100,000 back in the day. You gotta remember, This area was actually not always like the bougie to go after neighborhood. This neighborhood had the nickname Asthma Swamp. Okay? Because it literally used to be a swamp. Literally. So we're at the intersection here. Let's see where this is going to take us. Okay. So if we walk directly this way on Valley, okay, I think we're good to go. I think this will take us to where we want to go. Okay, let's keep going. We are on Valley Drive. So, welcome to the Valley. And I can guarantee you, there hasn't been a live stream or someone out filming this area like this in a long time. And it's open as we're doing right now too. Okay? I found like one video for the Arbutus Ridge and then a few real estate videos too online. I'm sure there's a few more, but one where someone was just like standing in one area and then standing in another area. Looks like they're doing renovations on this home. Looking worse for wear. Looks like we can cross the street. We're crossing King Edward right now on Valley Drive. So welcome to King Edward Street here. And you see there's quite a bit of traffic out here. So there's really like a big sinkhole area in and amongst some former mountains. Oh, looks like they're building one of those backyard homes on over here right now. And this is like what it's coming to this neighborhood. This is what terrifies some people in this neighborhood. Some people are welcoming the changes, but changing these homes into like two homes. You can see there's two different units here now. Okay, so people are buying up properties, creating multiplexes in these neighborhoods. And there's a lot of people in these neighborhoods who are welcoming the change, but there's also a small minority of people that are fighting the change, fighting what people can do on their own properties. Okay, whether they're just a regular ordinary property owner or they're an indigenous property owner and they're building on their own territory. Either way, it's interesting to see how some people will fight tooth and nail for the neighborhood not to change, and then complain about, like, when we went on over to McDonald Street, there was a whole row of shops that were just empty, closed. These are one of these neighborhoods where the people complain about the shops closing. Why did my shop close? Why did my grocery store close? Okay, and they know the real reason. It's because there's not enough people. When you raise a family in one of these single-family dwelling homes, okay, and your kids grow up and move on with life, okay, you're left living in the home alone. And when there's not enough people there anymore, well, that's when the grocery store gets a chance to make a decision. Is it viable to be here anymore? So yeah, it's interesting to see. I've seen this pattern also up in West Point Grace. So a lot of people are inviting the changes to bring new people into the area, but there are a few people, minority, fighting it too. Okay, so I think this is the path over here. So this is the Arbutus Village Park right here. And this is the Village Park Trail in here. There's lots of neat little trails in here. Okay, nice and paved too. There's a playground in here as well. Let's go through the neighborhood and see what's going on. Brooke's like, looking at you, Bigsy. See, the issue is that when you don't have, you know, people moving into an area to replace people that move away, then eventually the neighborhood will go stagnant. So, and the same with like restaurants and stores and shops too. If you're only treating it nicely to the people who are in the neighborhood, okay, that you know in the neighborhood, instead of people who are coming to the neighborhood or moving into it, it's a different thing altogether. Like, I lived over in UBC, and one of the pharmacies over in the West Point Grey Village, they wouldn't service me. They wouldn't give me anything. In fact, they questioned why I was there sometimes. And all I wanted was, you know, some medicine. And they were a pharmacy. So yeah, interesting. Steph, nice to see you. Yeah, we had some epic Jamaican patties from the patty shop. They're super awesome. And then the bakery that's right next door to the patty shop, it's a French bakery. Picked up a nice cappuccino on over there too. Now, give me a sec here, guys. Just gonna check the map. Okay, this is the Arbutus Village Park we're in right now. There's a lot of twists and turns on over here.
Oh, really?
So,
Oh, yeah.
and they have an old mall here. This is the old mall right here. They're rebuilding the mall. And one of the trails that I was going to take actually goes into the construction site. So I think we'll just take the big trail here. Looks like some good housing's moving in here. Very good to see. I believe this is a senior's home on over here. There is one that sits adjacent to this, but that could also just be an apartment building. So, this is the Arbutus Village Park. What an epic place, eh? I love it. Big trees. That's it's really fun. Yeah, that looks like the senior's home right there. It's good to see. So they can come on out here. Especially if they're not, it's not all the seniors, if they're in a senior's home, are going to be very mobile. There's like this nice place right here that they can chill. Okay, this is obviously condos back here. Excuse me, sorry guys, burped. It looks like the signal's holding up fairly well, so we're good to go there. There we are. Look at that. Like, you got your backyard, and then your backyard after the fence backs onto another backyard. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. And like lots of benches over here too. Like not all over the place, but plenty, enough. I could see people chilling here in the summertime, just enjoying the sun or sitting in the shade. Today's a little bit of a cooler day today. There's a nice bench right there too. Beautiful trees here. The flowers just fell off of this one right here. Must have looked gorgeous. Okay. Let's get our bearings. I know my way somewhat around here. So we're gonna head on over to Arbutus Street. So right now we are on King Edward. And King Edward will cross Arbutus. And then we're just gonna head down Arbutus Street, and that's gonna take us back into Kerrisdale. So, welcome. We have a few other people that just joined the stream. Here's the Arbutus Village right here. There's some of the balconies right there. Wow. So, welcome. We're over here on King Edward Ave right now. And we're doing our neighborhood checkup today. When we come to one of the many neighborhoods here in Vancouver, and we check up on it and check it out and see what it's like. So, and we are in the neighborhood of Arbutus Ridge today. So, good to see you folks. This is primarily a residential neighborhood. And this shows you a part of Vancouver that you wouldn't necessarily see unless you happen to be doing business in this area or live in this area. And here's Arbutus, and there's the Arbutus Greenway right there. We're gonna head down this way. And this will eventually take us into Kerrisdale. Not quite yet. We'll pass a new residential complex with a mall in it as well. We'll see what that mall looks like. It's a new mall. Can't ride down the street, eh? Just not capable of riding down the street. Wow. Let's keep going here. Up ahead is where they're gonna have the local grocery store or Safeway. So you see a lot of people who will be coming from the Safeway. Picking up groceries at the end of the day. Oh, got growled at by a doggo. Wow, it's just one of those days. Just one of those days. And across the street here we got like a power plant. So this is where they power Kerrisdale and the Arbutus Ridge and part of the Kingsway as well. I'll keep walking here. Let's keep going. Here's Music Works Canada right ahead of us here. Nice little guitar shop. Looks like they got some ukuleles in here. Interesting to see. Here's Music Works Canada right ahead of us here. And we'll keep walking here. There's Safeway. Interesting to see. Yeah, it looks like they got a local Starbucks here too. As well as a bank. Then over here they got like a sports facility on over here. Look at this right here. And I got tennis courts in the whole 9 yards. Let's see what's down this way. So the Starbucks is inside of the Safeway. You can see inside of the Safeway right here. Nice big Safeway. Pretty average though for a Safeway. Like you got your grocery store. You got your ready-mades right there. Okay. And above this is where you're going to have a lot of the condominiums that are above us here. You can see across the street, you got Westland Insurance. So cool. Agans, good to have you on the stream. No problem, man. We'll hold the camera up, keep it off of that person. There you go. Nice little liquor store here if you want that. And then over here, this is where the mall used to be. They used to have a whole mall back here too, but they've torn it down since then, and this is what they've been building. Okay, and it looks like more shops will go down below, but pretty cool, eh? Some nice developments down here. Good to see. And of course, what's going to come up of the Arbutus Street right here is they're going to have a bus coming up here. Okay, and the bus is going to go where? It's going to go to Broadway. When it heads north, it's going to go to Broadway and Arbutus Street. Okay, and what's going to be there in a year or so? There's going to be a whole SkyTrain station there. So, yeah. That's what's going to happen there. Let's see where we are. Okay. Ooh. Let's cross the street. Let's check this out. So next to the power station is the Arbutus Club. That's interesting. And if we walk through their parking lot down Anton Ave, that's going to take us over to Maple Crescent. So let's head on over there and see what's up. So we're crossing Arbutus Street right now. And there you can see some of the developments on top of the Safeway here. Absolutely beautiful. It's always handy to live underneath or over top of a grocery store if you have the chance. So this is the Arbutus Club over here. It looks like a tennis club. Feel like I'm on Lakeview Drive in Vancouver or in Toronto. So yeah, clubhouse, dining area here. Definitely a restaurant inside. Looks like they have a training camp for the kids, so we'll keep the camera off of that. But yeah, there's the clubhouse right there. And then it looks like they got some office spaces and some different meeting spaces as well. Brenda, nice to have you on the stream. I'll be in Kerrisdale probably in about 30 minutes. And so, just working our way through the Arbutus Ridge and checking out the different neighborhoods. Very cool. The Arbutus Club, very cool. Very cool place. I'm sure there's special memberships and all that stuff, but very cool nonetheless. Okay. We'll see where we are right here. So this is Danton here. Okay. And if we walk this way, this will take us over to the Arbutus Greenway, which will check out where the last park I want to go before I head on over to Kerrisdale is. I want to check out Quincenna Park. And this is the part of the Arbutus Ridge that's kind of like beyond Arbutus Street, which is pretty interesting to see. The Arbutus Greenway actually makes up the border here. So if I was on the other side of the street, let's go on the other side of the street. There's like Ferraris pulling into that club. That way we can look at some of these homes here. They're passing by. Wow. These trees just smell beautiful. These are some of the original homes in the neighborhood. Obviously redone. Almost there. And then new developments here. This is 2 units. Look at that. So this is what's coming to this neighborhood. These are the changes. We're moving beyond just single family dwelling homes And we're moving into more condos and condominiums, as well as 2 units to a home. Okay, so starting to bring those multiplexes. And who knows what they're building behind too. If it's going to be more than that, maybe there's 4 units here. But these are the types of homes that used to dominate the neighborhood. And still do, but they'll be changing as we go. And it's interesting to see. So, we need to be on the walking side. So we're on the walking side here. And in 2 minutes, we'll be over at Quincenna Park. Okay? So let's keep going. What a day, what a day. So this is the Arbutus Ridge right here. Hey! Hey, nice to see you. Good to have you on the stream. Hello and greetings from Poland. Good to have you on the stream too. Yeah, this is our neighborhood checkup today. Yeah, Brenda, Kerrisdale, like the Kerrisdale retail area is super nice. I do like that area. Yeah, good to have you all on the stream. And welcome, welcome. We are on our neighborhood checkup. And the neighborhood we're checking out today is the Arbutus Ridge. And this neighborhood, like I said before, is primarily residential. With some retail, primarily in its lower east corner. Okay? As well as a short little strip over on 24th and McDonald Street as well. So there's also a few shops over on 33rd and Mackenzie. But when we went into the Big Z Bakehouse on over there, they were not having anything with us. Not at all. That was interesting. That was really interesting. So this is Quincenna Park. I'm not necessarily pronouncing it right. Quincenna Park is how I'm going to pronounce it. And I have never been here before. Let's check it out. Let's see what the park's like here in this neighborhood. Disc golf. There's actual professional disc golf. And it was on TikTok. And just randomly came up on my phone. I was so intrigued by it. I was like, wow, that's awesome. So this is the park. Wow, this is a huge park. This is a huge park, guys. Huge. Wow. Let's wander around this. This is one of the larger parks over here in Vancouver. Look at this. Look at this. You got people playing sports right on over here. This is awesome. In this jam right here. Oh, they stopped that ball. Wow. Wow. What a day, what a day. We got some washrooms over here too. And the field house, that's good to see. Then over here it looks like they got a skate park. That's good to see too. Look at that right there. Beautiful skate park. Beautiful. Lots to do in there. Yeah, it's cool to come and visit these neighborhoods too. You're absolutely right about that. Hey, Gons. It gives us an opportunity to see the neighborhood, see what it's like, and also just really get to try it out, see its flavor. Because all of these, like, outside, like I've been saying over and over again during this stream, how often do you come down here? If you live in Vancouver. Not very often. If at all. So it's kind of interesting to see. Look at this right here. Wow, what's going on here? Look at these. Look at how the bark is right here. Like, these trees are definitely diseased. The bark is just peeling off. So something worked its way into the bark and ate between the bark and then the tree. Interesting. Yeah, giant park on over here. And look at that. They're already getting signs of Kerrisdale for Brenda. Right there. Kerrisdale Little League. Hey, what can you say? What can you do? So yeah, that's the whole point of neighborhood checkups. Come in, check out the neighborhood, see what's going on, see what it's like. Let's keep going here. Let's keep going. Interesting. Oh, look at this right here. If it's a clear day, you'd be able to see the mountains out there. Wow. Look at this right here. If it's a clear day. That's awesome. Okay. So we're waiting for this car to awkwardly get out of the way where we can walk behind it. And then we're gonna go to the other side of the street here. And we're gonna stroll this way, past Arbutus Street over to Ravine Park. Wow. Look at some of these homes here. And the gardens. This is incredible. Side of the street here. This is pretty cool. As we continue to walk through the neighborhood. Nice to see. So the Ravine Park should be up ahead after we cross Arbutus Street here. At Arbutus and 33rd. We're walking on 33rd right now. This should be West 33rd. A nice condominium complex. And there's a Chinese Baptist church. That's what it says. The Living Chinese, Living Word Chinese Baptist Church. Very cool. Okay. So it looks like we can cross. There's one of the few bus lines that heads through this neighborhood, the 16. And it'll go north. Now it goes north and south on Arbutus Street here. And we just have about 100 meters until we get to the ravine path. And what's called the Ravine Park. And that's the last park that we're going to check out for this neighborhood. And this will take us real close to Kerrisdale. So let's keep going. Look at these homes. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, I see the Ravine Park. See the entrance. And on this side, these look like the original homes that were built in the neighborhood. And again, those small little more wartime story homes back in the day. This is the design that you'd see often in Ontario with the peaked roofs, primarily because of the snow. Let's keep going here. So this is Ravine Park right here. Let's head on through. And I'm gonna go north. It goes north and south on Arbutus. So here we are, walking through Ravine Park. Trees in here are gorgeous. Gorgeous. A little cross path here, and then it'll take you into other parts of the neighborhood. Very cool. We're gonna keep going this way. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Here we are, walking through Ravine Park. We need to go this way. Wow, look at this. New developments right here. This is some of the new developments right here in Arbutus. Very cool. Building some condos over here. And this is Arbutus. So we just have to pass 36, then we're down at the next stretch. And we are walking into Kerrisdale now. So keep walking here. Look at that home, terracotta roof and everything. Very cool. And we are over here now in Kerrisdale. Welcome to the start of the main Kerrisdale strip on over here. We are still in the Arbutus Ridge neighborhood here, but the Kerrisdale retail area borders several different areas here, including the Arbutus Ridge and Kerrisdale itself. The retail area is called Kerrisdale. And see on over here, here's some of the first stores that happen to come in the area. Magic Box Hobbies and Skin Matters. And we're crossing West 37th. And then over here, this is when you get to more businesses below some newer condos. These condos have been here for a while now. Okay. But newer, they're not part of the much older infrastructure here. They've been built within the last 20 years. If not early or younger than that. And here's the Kerrisdale strip right down here. And this Jinwei kitchen. You can get some food in here. I've already had some Jamaican patties. That looks awesome though. They got their white spot right on over here too. And this is no longer Arbutus Street here. Where we are now, it just transitioned over to West Boulevard. So we're now in West Boulevard, on West Boulevard, here in Kerrisdale. Local high school across the street is outside of the Arbutus Ridge neighborhood. It's in the next neighborhood on over. Okay. Which I believe is either Shaughnessy. I believe it's Shaughnessy, if I'm right. Yeah, it's Shaughnessy. So Shaughnessy is the other neighborhood here. And 4 different neighborhoods meet up at the corner here. Shaughnessy, Marple, the Arbutus Ridge, and I believe the Dunbar Southlands. Oh no, it might just be Kerrisdale to the south. Yeah, it's just Kerrisdale to the south. Very interesting. So we can cross the street here. Just being cautious. There's the West Coast Liquor Store here in the neighborhood. Into beef noodle. Wow. Very cool. So again, this popular retail area borders this neighborhood on this side, the Arbutus Ridge, right here. So we're in Kerrisdale Retail District, or Business Improvement Area. And this is the Arbutus Ridge. And that across the street where the Kerrisdale Arena is Shaughnessy. And south of 41st Ave here, and that is the Kerrisdale residential neighborhood. Very, very interesting. And you can see how you get the different neighborhoods here. There's a lot of residential with a lot of different parks that you can kind of wind your way through on over here. Fairly large parks, and then when you come down here, of course, you get your commercial area on over here. Okay, this is your big retail area where people from Shaughnessy, people from the Arbutus Ridge, and people from Kerrisdale across the street. You can see the sign right on over there, marking where Kerrisdale technically does start. Welcome to Kerrisdale. They have their own sign right on over there. That's another neighborhood to check out. On another neighborhood checkout. But right now, while we are technically in the Kerrisdale retail area, we're also technically in the Arbutus Ridge, and we're walking on the southwest corner right now. So this is 41st, West 41st. And this is the local store where they buy different clothing and they sell it here. Some people can come in. This is called Hills of Kerrisdale. You'll find a whole bunch of different brands in here. And you can even go into these types of stores. And sometimes you can ask to see there. It's like an old Sears or something like that. This neighborhood's real further away from the rest of Vancouver. So it's a bit remote. Not hard to get here, but a bit more remote than some of the other neighborhoods. Salberg Bakery is close by. Yeah, I heard. That is true, that is true. We just passed, look at Big Way Hot Pot. Look at that place. That place is packed right now. Oh, this is fun. That's fun. Look at this. If you want to get your plushies, there's an entire center over here where you can get plushies. Look at this. And it's in the neighborhood we're exploring right now. This is the place called Surprise. I believe it's newish on the strip. I remember seeing a TikTok about it. So pretty cool. Pretty cool to come on out here and see these types of things. Hot pot is great on a cool day. Yeah, Vaniel, today would definitely be a day to get hot pot. You can see I'm wearing my hoodie. I have built up a little bit of heat. I think I can take my hoodie off eventually. But yeah, it's a nice day out here. Kerrisdale had much more of a small-time atmosphere a few decades ago. Yeah, I can believe it, Brenda. I can believe it. I still love Kerrisdale. Kerrisdale is an awesome neighborhood. I've never had a problem in this specific retail area. Okay. Everyone's always treated me nice, with or without the camera, so. Look at that right there. Nice little clock here in the neighborhood. Oh, they got a Kin's Farmers Market. That's good to see. And then right next to it, there's your Tim Hortons. if that's what you want. Nothing wrong with the Timmies. Awesome, we get Timmies once in a blue moon when it's the only thing available. Over here though, no, I'd definitely go to something else. Whoa! I'm intrigued with this place right here. The orange corner. Look at that right there. Wow. They got bubble teas here. That looks awesome. Whole bunch of different food. That's cool. Oh, look at this. They got Taiwanese fried chicken. Let's keep going. We did get patties already on the street from the patty shop over on McDonald Street. We got a ramen dambo here. They even have a sign to line up out here. So, but I guess if you want to come to ramen dambo on a day like today, there's not going to be a lineup right now at 5:35 in the afternoon. So you can really see how the neighborhood kind of all comes together and culminates over here in this area. This is where all the people are choosing to come and gather. This is where your Shoppers Drug Mart is, all this type. That's the great attack you yeah, one of those shops years ago. Ah! Fair enough, Justin, fair enough. We got the local Convinia right on over here too. Same brand of Convinia. It's a Kerrisdale location. Here's a local Saint Germain bakery right on over here too. You can get drinks at this Saint Germain, eh? Which is awesome. So yeah, this is epic. Give me a second. Looks like we got Patty there. Yeah, Patty teeth gone. Nothing wrong with that. Just means I was enjoying my food. Wow, Minerva's. That's awesome. Well, this is where we hit the end of the road, right on over here, over by the Kerrisdale Marketplace. Epic neighborhood to be in here. So, this has been I'm going to stop right here, over at the intersection of Lark Street. Okay. And 41st Ave, here in the corner of the neighborhood here. Yep. So yeah, and across the street, that's Kerrisdale behind us right there. So anyways, folks, this has been your neighborhood checkup. We've checked out the neighborhood of Arbutus Ridge today. Okay, to our south of us here, that's Kerrisdale right there. Okay, and we've seen some interesting stuff. So thanks for coming along today. Yeah, we've been treated poorly over at Big C Bakery, where they wouldn't even like acknowledge my presence. We're standing and waiting patiently in line. Okay, and so, you know, going to the patty shop, having some Jamaican patties. That was awesome. Okay, going to a nice French bakery, having a nice cappuccino over a McDonald's in 24th. And then we also checked out some of the parks, including Trafalgar Park, Quincenna Park, if I'm pronouncing it right, as well as checking out, you know, the Ravine Park. And then we came back here to Kerrisdale. So you've seen Arbutus Ridge. And this is what these neighborhood checkups are about. Checking out neighborhoods that we don't necessarily come to, and checking out some we regularly do. So anyways, thanks for coming along today. Thanks, Justin. Thanks, Brenda. And Brooke saying, thanks for the stream. Cursed neighborhood, but great stream. That was like, ah! That's a great finishing note, Brooke. Thank you very much. You guys have a good day. And yeah, I'm just going to find my way home now. Bye. Hit